Hi, I'm Liz Schrum for the Wisconsin Technology Council, here with WisBusiness.com, the show. Just ahead, Tom Still talks about early-stage investing metrics on the rise in Wisconsin. And Gina Carter, a lawyer who specializes in tech issues and cybersecurity law, gives some pointers on how companies can protect themselves against data breaches and the legal aftermath. And now, here's this week's Tech Metrics. These snapshots of key indicators in the Wisconsin economy were developed by the Wisconsin Technology Council for its report, Investing in Next Generation Jobs. And now, here's Tom Still with his Inside Wisconsin commentary.
One of the enduring complaints about Wisconsin's startup and scale-up climate has been the lack of enough angel and venture capital. Perhaps we'll look back on 2014 as the year Wisconsin finally turned the corner. At least 113 Wisconsin early-stage companies raised investment capital in 2014, a 31% jump from the prior year. More than $346 million was raised by those 113 companies, nearly 3 times more than the 2013 total of about $128 million. Even if 2014's 6 largest deals in terms of dollars invested are taken out of the mix, the remaining 107 companies collectively raised more than $112 million. That still approaches the 2013 dollar mark. A total of 86 companies landed angel or venture dollars in 2013, so the 2014 jump to 113 companies is truly elite. But was 2014 a fluke? Probably not, for these reasons. The rise in deals and dollars lined up with the fact that more early-stage networks and funds were active in 2014 than in prior years. The membership of the Wisconsin Angel Network, for example, a project of the Tech Council, continues to grow. So far, reported deal activity in 2015 has remained strong. There was continued activity in 2014 on the part of out-of-state investors who found good valuations and competitive operating costs in Wisconsin. 38 Wisconsin companies raised at least $1 million from investors in 2014, up from 27 in 2013. That's a sign that deal sizes are growing. Finally, the entire upper Midwest appears to be a surging center for early-stage deals, particularly angel deals. The Angel Resource Institute recently reported that the Great Lakes region, which includes Wisconsin, was second in the nation only behind perennial leader California. Of course, angel and venture investing is risky and notoriously cyclical. Many factors, including government indifference to the tech sector, could set back the clock. For now, however, Wisconsin's early-stage investment climate is warming. That's good news for entrepreneurs and the young companies and jobs they create.
We're back with Gina Carter, a shareholder in the law firm of White Hirschbeck Dudek and a specialist in issues related to cybersecurity law and liability. Welcome, Gina.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
At the recent Data Privacy and Security Summit in Waukesha, businesses heard about recent trends in data breaches. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being highest, how concerned should businesses be about the chances of being hacked?
Well, first I would say that the question is not if a business will be hacked, but when it will be hacked. If a business has not been proactive in assessing its risks and implementing processes and controls to minimize the risk if a data breach occurs, then the concern should be at a level 10. In contrast, businesses who have cybersecurity policies and procedures in place to prevent risks, to detect them, and then a solid incident response plan in place would be at a level 5. It's important in terms of risk that the top leaders in the organization be involved in making sure that these processes and controls are in place. That's not only senior management, but the board of directors as well. Hacks are going to happen, but if you have in place detection processes and a really well-developed response plan, you will mitigate the damage from the hackers.
And what 3 things should businesses know about contracts with third parties that store their data in the cloud?
Well, the first thing I think they should be asking, there's a lot they should be asking, but one of the first things is whether their data will be segregated from the data of other tenants or users of that cloud storage facility platform. The sharing of the platform by many tenants could potentially increase the risk to your business's data. A lapse in security by one tenant could increase the chances of intrusions that would put your data at risk. So you want to be very clear about what the setup is and whether your data is in fact segregated. A second issue would be the issue of backups. What kind of backup of the system, of your data that's in the cloud, is the cloud service provider offering? If data is in fact lost through intrusions or otherwise, human error, there should be specific provisions in the contract that hold the cloud storage provider liable. There should not be a limit on that type of claim if you need to pursue the provider because of the data being lost. There shouldn't be a cap on those kinds of damages, and there should be the ability to get consequential damages, for example. In addition, it's very possible that if data is lost and that data is the data of third parties, which often it would be, your customers, your patients, what have you, then you may open yourself up to risks of lawsuits from those third parties that expected they turned the data over to you, your business, and that it would be held safely. There should be an indemnification provision in your contract that does permit your business to hold the cloud provider liable for any of the damages that occur from the third party's lawsuit. So you want to be sure that there's a very strong indemnification clause that has sufficient processes and procedures set out for how you make that claim. The third issue that should be specified in the contract is the issue of encryption. Who is responsible for the encryption? Your business providing it in an encrypted fashion, or the cloud provider? You want to be sure that this is absolutely clear. You want to understand what tools are in place, what procedures and processes are in place to minimize any kind of intrusions or hacks. I would say, just in closing on your question, that there's no substitute for due diligence of your provider. Figuring out who they are, who their customers are, get references, get specifics on how they protect your data when it is in their possession.
Thanks, Gina, and thank you for watching this edition of WisBusiness.com, The Show. The show is produced by the Wisconsin Technology Council and WisBusiness.com and sponsored by UW-Milwaukee and Exact Sciences. Visit our websites to read and learn more. I'm Liz Schrum of Talent Foot Executive Search. See you next time.